Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to Toyo. Alright, so we have successfully completed the Hanu trial, and we are now about to make contact with the Pelu.
So for those just joining us, first I encourage you to watch the rest of the series, but if you don't want to do that, just a quick recap. We are currently assisting Wakwama with the Rite of Succession, which is a contest between her and her two siblings, the first promise and the second promise, Kona and Zoroja, and and Baku Jaja, who's the two-headed behemoth that we had to wrestle with before.
Every time we finish a task, we get a keystone for one of the tablets for the Rite of Succession. The goal is to get all 7. Once we have all 7, then we are to find the City of Gold. So, that's where we're at. We're moving on to the second challenge now, so let's see what happens. With one keystone already in hand, we've made an auspicious start to the contest. Hopefully our next attempt will be equally successful. The rules of the contest seem clear enough now. The scenes from the saga point us to the direction of the electors, and the electors are where keystones for performing their feats. Simple. Without knowing how far the other claimants have progressed, taking anything other than a brief rest is out of the question. Oh, Alize, always pushing the envelope. Come on, Mailia, let's see what's waiting for us in the next village. Wakwama would have struggled to complete these feats alone. Bringing you together was the correct choice, it seems. I've been waiting for what feels like days and eaten enough of Brukivu's tacos to feed an army of Brukivu? Really? I struggled with that? What is it you'd like to know? Our main concern was confirming the state of the road ahead. As I recall, to reach Urkopacha, we depart from the Arch of the Dawn, then take the road west at the first fork. Should we be wary of anything along the way? Pirates. Always pirates. That is indeed the way of Urkopacha. After the damage wrought by the recent downpour, however, you'll be doing more stumbling than walking. So watch your step, Wakwama. But do take heart. When it comes to rugged terrain, we have the most dependable solution available. Come with me. Are we getting fancy shoes or fancy alpacas? Team. As I run into something. He knows what I'm doing. Oh no, the alpacas. Wakwama's not gonna like this. Oh my, are these fluffy babies our mounts? The Pelu. All being small is confusing enough, but those masks make it almost impossible to tell men from women, let alone guess at their age. Maybe that's by design. The beasts are sure-footed, that's for certain. Talking to Apollo before we departed was a wise decision. I, for one, would rather not brave treacherous slippery trail on foot. Why do we have to be alpaca? Why do they have to be alpacas? May I introduce you to our most dependable companion, the alpaca. These animals can traverse Hupa Beach's steep mountain trails as if they were gentle fields, and all while carrying heavy loads. Our merchants would be lost without them. So they fill much the same niche as our chocobos back home. You don't have alpacas in Eorzea? Haven't you been there? Did you see any alpacas? Alpacas are native to Tural. Eorzea has chocobos, and the eastern lands have their horses. Why go to the trouble of breeding another pack beast in a place which ill suits its qualities where it's not needed anyway? But must we ride these little monsters? I get the impression you're not fond of alpacas. Yeah, I kinda got that too. When I was small and being a bit naughty, I went around pulling on their wool. One of them spat on me, and with the foulest stench you could imagine. Really? That's why you hate them so much? You had it coming. What are they like to ride? Alpacas bred as mounts are inquisitive and docile, Even those without experience find them easy to handle. Doing this then. Oh, quit being a whiner. So was my information useful to you? Oh, he wants coins. Yes, very helpful, even if it wasn't what I wanted to hear. Good, I'll take my payment now. Called it Little Ferengi. You want me to pay? Are we on our way to like Savior Village or something? I guess I should have expected that from a fellow merchant. Let me see what I have on me. The Palo value the act of spreading joy through trade, as you should know. They take pride in making deals that benefit both parties. There you go, a fair price for fair advice. Yes, I made a trade with the third promise yourself. My friends will never believe this. I shall be on my way now. I wish you safe travels. Off you go then, and thank you. I'd better not get spit on again. Here's a crazy idea. Don't pull on their wool. You brought that on yourself. Remain calm and gentle, and so will they. I'm still not happy about this, but if we need to ride alpacas to reach Pacha, then that's what we'll do.
Turali poets of yore sang of a mountain that would stand tall, even should all other lands sink beneath the sea. Indomitable and eternal, it arises from Pacha, the 100 peaks of time. Of all the beasts which crawl and fly, only the legendary Valigarmanda could hope to disturb the summit's serene majesty. Yet, with that flying calamity imprisoned by the Dawn Serpent, what great feat remains for those who would claim the throne?
Oh, I'm sure they'll think of something.
So this is Pacha. I've never actually been here before. The air is so crisp and clear.
And probably a little thin.
Mountains everywhere you look.
That one massive peak in particular has quite the presence. It puts me in mind of Som-Al.
That is Workor Sormor, the tallest mountain in Tural. Its sheer height makes it an imposing climb. But there are other reasons the ambitious keep their distance.
That sounds like a story.
Do tell.
Where to begin?
Excuse me, but you're Wook Lamat, are you not? I hadn't thought to encounter one of the Dawn's promise here of all places. But I should introduce myself. I am Bol Nok, a weaver by trade.
Well met, Bolnok. We're on our way to Watranpelo.
Oh, truly, I've just come from there, as it happens. I'd asked the Pelu who sell me their wool to give me a tour of their alpaca ranch. The head rancher and I shared a bottle of mezcal while he explained the finer points of wool production.
Mezcal, is that a local beverage?
It's an Pacha specialty. A spirit made from distilled agave heart juice.
So the good kind of beverage.
Yes, and it must have done wonders for my mood, for I tripled my usual order of alpaca wool. They did offer me a discount, though, so It wasn't a bad deal in the end.
Okay, watch out for the mezcal then.
But listen to me, boring you with my tedious stories. I will leave you before you are lulled to sleep. Goodbye, and safe travels. Oh, silly me. I almost forgot to say the thing I actually wanted to say. Peace for Tural. I agree with your vision, Third Promise. You have my support in your bid for the throne.
I gather from his tale we would be foolish to underestimate Pelu Pelu merchants.
Right, so let's just hope they don't have any
Yes.
fancy swords.
They do more than run the markets in Tuliyola. Pelu Pelu peddlers can be found everywhere in Tural, traveling from place to place on their sturdy alpacas. They are effusive and engaging speakers, and many's the customer who's been talked into spending more than they bargained for.
They won't find this customer so easily charmed.
Yeah, about that.
Watchun Pelo's down the path! Off the main road! Don't get lost!
Oh, lighten
It's
up,
right
Aaron, though.
there.
Owlish crowds were more supportive of her brothers, but Wakalamot's peaceful politics do have their quiet adherents, I see. I feel the change in altitude most keenly. While mayhap not at the same degree as a sea of clouds, the air is decidedly thin here. I could see more buildings down the path Baknok was taking. I wonder what's over that way. This is it, Wachapelo, home of the Pelo Pelo. Wakama should have arrived before us. She got lost because you told her not to. Oh, nope, there she is. Spending money, no doubt. That's not good. You've come all this way for the right of succession? Oh, this means I'm exchanging words with the future Dawn servant. Please, the outcome is far from decided, but it is a possibility. How fortunate then that I deal in cloaks woven from especially luxurious alpaca wool. Such a garment would look magnificent when draped over the shoulders of our budding ruler. And a nation's ruler should dress her best for adoring people, yes? Finery for our finest lady, that's right. Come, Third Promise, my well-stocked shelves are but a few steps away. Oh, they are relentless. Finest lady, I like the sound of that. Alright, I suppose a quick look couldn't hurt. Ahem, what did we just talk about? Angela, when did you... Hashatona far off Tural. Northern winters are bitterly cold affairs, I'm told. I cannot imagine how you survived them without a lovely warm cloak of quality alpaca wool. They are relentless. No, thank you. I'm not in need of new clothes at the moment, and neither is the Third Promise. Perhaps another time. Of course, my shop door is always open. You're saying something about not being easily charmed? I was just... sigh. As I mentioned previously, the Pelu people live for bringing happiness through trade. They won't cheat you or sell you defective goods. They will, however, disarm you with their deft turns of phrase, and unwitting customers like Wakalama fall prey to this affable approach time and time again. Your only resource is a clear and firm refusal. They won't pursue the matter should you make your disinterest plain. A valuable insight into the minds of the Pelu Pelu. Let us all take Arenville's words of caution to heart, and hope they don't have any fancy swords for you to buy. Exactly. I swear I let her out of my sight for one moment. Wakoma is lucky to have Aaron, though. Everyone, royalty especially, needs a friend unafraid to chide them when the need arises. But seeing the Pelu are also partial to coffee. Did somebody say coffee? Where's the coffee? All these houses and buildings are made of Pelu size, and mine too, come to think of it. Not my finest moment, I'll admit, but now that we're here, let's do what we came to do, find the Elector. Probably gonna have to pay someone to find them. Allow me to propose a strategy then. Tural, Alize, and I will speak with the merchants. Wakoma, you and Aravale might try approaching travelers and passersby. People not trying to sell us stuff, I get it. Mailia, pray investigate any of the other establishments which catch your eye. Should we learn aught of use, let us relay it to the third promise. I am pleased to report that my stall is open for business, though I do not accept Hell or Gil. Bicolor gemstones are most welcome. They sell pineapples, and fillets, and silver lobo hides. Yeah, I thought those looked like wolves. Electors? Oh yes, I've heard all about the right of succession. They're looking to put a new ruler on the throne, eh? Personally, I'm rooting for Zeralja. If the first promise wins, he'll look to expand our sphere of influence. That means access to more resources and more customers, in the thousands column potentially. So many new trading opportunities to spread happiness far and wide. Others have been coming around to my way of thinking, so I began crafting goods inspired by the resilient sun. Would you care to purchase something? No, I would not. Hey, well, you said you wanted to know about the Elector. I could help you, but I won't. I can tell you're no supporter of Zeralja or his policies. Oh, brutal. This here is the family ranch where we raise alpacas. Their fluffy fleece, wiggly ears, and curious capriciousness are just the best, aren't they? Alpacas are sensitive creatures. Many of the goods for caring for them come at great cost, but that is a small price to pay for their happiness. How happy alpacas. Have you spoken with Yavi yonder? He loves alpacas, clearly, but the feeling does not appear to be mutual. Not with this lot, at any rate. Hello there, I'm Mabalu. Do you have a question for me? Sorry, I don't know anything about any electors. You should take a moment and see our prized alpacas before you leave, though. Oh, and be sure to admire them from a respectable distance. Get too close, and our nervous darlings may be tempted to spit on you, and that stuff stinks. It happened to a visiting buyer not long ago. Tobley, that's the head rancher, was so mad at me for not giving proper warning. No one makes a mistake without Tobley noticing. He knows everything that happens on this ranch. Okay, so it seems like Tobley's the person to talk to. You're wondering how we direct our alpaca wagons without reins. Well, a trained alpaca can be commanded with tongue clicks and whistles. 2 sharp clicks means hold up, while blowing hard with first lips means off you go. You should try it. I don't wanna. You can't make me. Have you been up the slope there? Take a look if you like and see how the mezcal is made. What's mezcal? Do you wish to see how mezcal is made? Is it distilled? Oh, it's the spirits, right? It always brings me joy to see others take interest in our craft. Oh, okay.
Kashi, mezcal, alpaca wool. They've got a nice setup here.
The Dawn Servant's Elector? I thought you were a new face in town. Here for the right of succession, I take it? Me, I don't care much for who sits on the throne, so long as they keep Tural peaceful. People tend not to be in the mood to relax and sip our excellent mezcal once arrows and spears start flying, if you know what I mean. Speaking of which, would you like a cup? A joy shared is a joy doubled, I'd say. Yeah, you're gonna try to sell it to me. Oh, right, yes, you were asking about Elector business. Being but freshly returned from my trading route, I have heard that there is a contest afoot, but not much else. Our head ledger, Tobley, could probably tell you more about it. This Tobley character is apparently important. You really have to watch yourself around these silver-tongued peddlers. I almost bought a bottle of mezcal and a stack of blankets, and then there was this enchanting ornament. Anyway, I did manage to learn that Tobley is the man to talk to about the contest. Now, if only they'd share where this head ledger of theirs is to be found. He's also the head rancher. Yeah, we got that bit of information. Well, the alpaca ranch is not far from here. I'd say we pay a visit before the others return. Like already? Mm-hmm. That is a lot of alpacas. Still, we know the head ledger could be around there somewhere. I can't let fear deter me. Not to say that I'm scared, of course. Right, of alpacas. Excuse me, is one of these workers Tobley? Tobley, oh yes, he likes to mingle with the ranch hands and keep an eye on things. I can't tell you which one he is, though. You can't? Is this part of the contest? All I can say is Tobley often mentors his favorite pungent subject. He also can't resist a profitable trade, though who among us could, am I right? So, if you bring him a very good deal, he might let his identity slip. So it's like a game, where we lose a lot of money. Easy enough, all we have to do is offer Tobley a deal he can't ignore. No problem at all. Well, maybe one problem. I don't think my purse is deep enough to pay everyone we think might be Tobley. Let's ask some questions first to narrow down the field. Great, we can meet back here and share our impressions. I don't know, I feel like you need a supervisor. Obviously not Tobley. I mean, oops, I shouldn't have said that. You meant to find out yourself who Tobley is, or if an elector is even in the village at all. Good luck. Kind of a brat. Ah, a visitor from across the salt, if I'm not mistaken. Be warned, the alpacas will spit on you if you startle them. I suggest you keep your movements slow and deliberate. Yeah, I'd intended on it. You think I might be Tobley? Ha ha ha, well maybe I am. All I can say, in this village, none have reared more alpacas than I. Like Tobley? Yes, that's me. Excellent work from the third Brahmas and her entourage. Sharp instincts, shall we commence with the rite of succession then? Yeah, that seemed a little too easy. I see we've both done with our interrogation. So who do you think it is? I have my suspicions, but let's hear your pick. Try the diligent one. The worker so intent on stable chores. I had my eye on that one too. Time to rip the mask off our mystery ranch hands, so to speak. We know it's you, Tobley, and to prove it, I propose a deal. A generous sum of coin for confirmation of your true identity. An offer I gladly accept. As you've correctly guessed, I am indeed Tobley, head ledger of Wachupelo, and head rancher of the family ranch. I'm also one of Ulu Jaja's chosen electors. Aha! In a place featured in the Tural saga, just as I thought. Though it took more coin than I would have liked to know for certain. She found you out fair and square, Tobley. And I'm glad she did. Would have been a pity to see had her bid ended here.
Deducing the Dawnservant's elector was the first step of the feat. Too simple a task for this aspiring ruler, eh?
Yeah, totally got it on the first try. I mean,
Not
yeah.
hard at all.
What she said. Does this guy have his own little orchestra to play ominous music when he
Roger.
approaches?
I am told the head ledger, Tobli, is to be found here.
You have to guess which one of us is Tobli. That's part of the test.
I think he just peed himself a little.
You're Tobli.
Without even asking a single question. Very impressive indeed. With that amusing prologue out of the way, we can proceed to the actual challenge. Per the Dawn Servant's instructions, I was free to devise any manner of feat. I considered a number of possibilities in the 10th column. But I think I have a good one. You must go forth and capture for me an alpaca.
And, maybe a shrubbery while we're at it?
While I've not had the best experiences with alpacas, aren't they generally docile creatures? That doesn't sound like much of a challenge.
Bring out the example!
That's not ominous at all.
This is a special kind of alpaca. Would you please approach the animal, Third Promise?
Who? Me? Well, it should stay calm if I stay calm, right? That's what Erinville said.
Oh.
Ah!
Oh.
The little monster spat on me!
Yeah, he did.
Oh, that stinks.
Oh no.
I can't.
Thus ends the tale of Waklamot. Oh, that's a sad ending.
Alpacas are paradoxical creatures, being both extremely curious and extremely cowardly. Press your luck when they're frightened, and you'll get a face full of spit, as you've all just witnessed. Has an awful stench, their expectoration. The globs contain half-digested food, you see, making it an effective deterrent against perceived threats.
How gross.
Wild valley braid like this one are especially timid and can therefore be quick to lash out. They're also especially hardy.
Indeed. We take the rugged wild alpacas and breed them with our gentle domesticated stock. This produces the strong but biddable pack animals prized by our traveling merchants.
She lives.
Oh, well and good. But did I need to bathe an alpaca spit for you to make your point?
So, the task is to catch a wild alpaca.
That is correct. But be warned that it is a feat easier said than done. I suggest you prepare well before you enter the valley where the creatures dwell. And by you, I mean the claimants only. Allies are not permitted to assist with their catching. The alpacas will help me judge which of you is worthy of receiving a keystone.
Okay, well, I guess we're done here. It was nice meeting you, Jogly.
So I'm to chase down a fluffy, spitting demon And that somehow proves I'm fit to rule?
As I said, the Dawn Servant granted me the freedom to decide my challenge. And
So
when
you
you
picked
reach
what
the
would-
end of the ride, I dare say you will understand why I chose what I chose.
Because it profits you.
Very well. This won't take long.
Wait! Didn't I warn you this was easier said than done? There are preparations to be made, factors to consider.
A beast is a beast. All yield to strength.
So far, this experience has done absolutely nothing to improve my opinion of alpacas.
Yeah, me too.
But that doesn't mean I can't do this. Revolting spit aside, they're just another animal.
With demon spit.
Are you all right, Orclamat? We thought we heard you scream.
The third promise does not scream. It was more of a startled yelp.
Scream, in other words.
Did you find the Elector?
Yeah, we did.
Oh, we certainly did.
Judging by the volume of Waklamat's screams, alpaca expectoration must be a nasty odor indeed. I'm content to remain ignorant of the spell. Zeralja puts me in mind of Garlemon's old exalted son. Of the two, though, Xenos was undeniably more arrogant. I did say remaining calm was the key, but the same rules don't apply to wild alpacas. Now he says it. So this is our sought-after elector.
If we hadn't been banned from participating, I was gonna say you, me, and Alfie could just chain rescue one out of the valley, with none of us ever getting too close until it was literally dropped on Tobley. Just yoink, eh? Yoink, yoink, yoink.
Well, we wouldn't want this to be too easy, now would we? I had to go and wash that nasty stuff off my face. I think I got all of it. But would you mind taking a sniff for me just to make sure that the stench was ruined my sense of smell? Hey, I said I saw that look. So, can you still smell it? Be honest. Yes. Yes, I can smell it, and we will smell it for days. As Waklamat helped demonstrate, the valley alpaca are wary of people. Getting close enough to catch one will not be an easy task. You might have warned me about that earlier. I have enough trouble with tame alpacas. How do you expect me to wrangle a wild one? With the proper saddle, we infuse the leather with a relaxing scent that soothes the spitting beast. Wonderful. Give me one of those. Have you perhaps forgotten that we are a clan of merchants? If you want a taming saddle, then you'll need to find a saddler and make them an offer. Oh, I see. They don't come cheap, of course. Crafting a saddle will cost the equivalent of 10 pel, in the thousands column. You mean 10,000 pel? I don't have that kind of coin. Converting to gil, that seems around 1 million or so. Mayhaps if we all pitch in. No, this is my feat to accomplish. I wouldn't feel right having others pay the cost. I'll find the money, somehow. practice. That basket of wool is worth the sum you paid me earlier, 1 pel in the hundreds column. Beginning with the wool, you can trade for ever more valuable goods until you have something suitable to bargain with for the saddle. That's a nice gesture, but you think I can turn 100 pel into 1,000,000? That's 10,000 times more. I've heard this story before. We need 10,000 pel, not 1,000,000. We're looking at 100 times more. Oh, right. I panicked and got confused with Alpha's million deal. Yeah, I totally get that. I'm not so sure about this trading idea. You were almost talked into buying a cloak you didn't need mere moments after you arrived. But I just hate it when you're right. Then let me help you with your deal making. Oh no. You will charge a handling fee. Hello again. Mablu. I work here as a ranch hand, but I also learned a lot about the peddler profession. It's alright if I aid them now, yes? I guided the claimants toward the first step of the feat, like you asked. As long as Wakomat goes alone to capture her alpaca, she is free to accept assistance from whoever she likes. Hooray! Let's see about getting you a saddle then, third promise. I don't know why you made it your offer, but I could use an ally with a beak for bargains. Welcome aboard, Mablu. Should the rest of us stay behind, perhaps it may be easier to haggle over prices without so many voices chiming in. Yes, stay here and pitch in with the ranch work. With Mablu gone, I'll need extra hands to tend to the alpacas. Gladly, although Mailia, I think you should go with Wakoma. You've seen markets and bazaars the world over. Surely you have sage advice to share. Yeah, just throw your title around. In that case, you should also hold on to the alpaca wool. If it's misplaced or soiled in some way, you'll have nothing to bargain with. As if I'd do such a thing, but I'll leave the wool with Mailia anyway, the better to keep my hands free. To begin, I suggest we try trading the wool to Heavlee, the saddler. He won't agree to the deal, of course, but it'll give us an idea how much he'll accept for his wares. Tending the alpacas, are we? I had some experience with that when I was younger. Anvil, is there anything you didn't do? Turning 100 pel worth of wool into 10,000 pel saddle is exactly the kind of suggestion I expect from the head of a merchant clan. I'd worry if it was just Wakoma, but it sounds like Mablu knows a thing or two about trading. She does, and that makes me worry. I have every confidence you'll come back with the saddle.
And there you have it for the next contest. Waklamat has to defeat her nemesis, the wild and vile alpaca.
We'd like to thank you all for watching. Please like and subscribe. It really helps us out. And be sure to tune in next week when we see how Waklamat does against her arch nemesis, the wild alpaca. Till then, please remember to spay and neuter your pets and family members. Das vidanya.